Hello, and welcome to this episode of our webinar. My name is Cheryl Merritt, and I'm going to be your host today. And today we're going to be talking about demystifying life insurance. So, what I want to do now is share my screen. But before I do, just want to make sure that you have a pen and paper so you can take some notes and also be ready to take my contact information should you have any questions. So, now I'm going to share my screen. All right, so here we go. So again, I'm Cheryl Merritt. I'm your host today, and we're going to talk about life insurance demystified, understanding the essentials of protecting the future, and that being your future. So the first thing I want to kind of do is just talk about what is life insurance, give you a little introduction here. So basically, life insurance is a contract between a policyholder and an insurance company, and that pays a sum of money to beneficiaries after the policyholder dies. Now, the purpose of life insurance is to help loved ones pay for any living expenses, bills, or other costs after the policyholder passes away. And of course, this also includes, the funeral and the arrangements for that particular person. So now, why is life insurance important? Well, one reason it's important because it can help protect your family financially, right? So we all know that we're going to die. So we want to make sure that our family is left in a good position because, of course, that's going to be a burden on the family when that person passes away. So what life insurance can do, number one, it can help pay off those debts that you may have. If you have a spouse, of course, that person is going to have to adjust to life without you. So it'll help them in the interim as they get their life adjusted. It'll help cover living expenses. And the other thing is it provides a tax-free payout to your beneficiaries. Okay. So meaning there's no taxes that will be paid on that money. So number one, it provides financial security, provides debt protection, and also allows for legacy planning. Now, there are different types of life insurance. You've probably seen ads for life insurance companies. I know as new parents, you often get mailers that have Gerber life insurance. You might have, insurance information that comes from your bank because a lot of banks offer insurance policies as well and products. So the main types of life insurance are term life insurance, which provides coverage for a set period of time and is typically more affordable. And when I say set period of time, we're talking about 10, 15, 20, sometimes even 30 years. And then there's permanent life insurance, which offers coverage for your entire life, and it often builds cash value. And that also includes options like whole life, universal life, and variable life insurance. Now, each of these have varying levels of flexibility in their premiums and investment potential depending on your needs and exactly what your risk tolerance is. So, just to recap, you can get term life insurance, whole life insurance, universal life insurance, and variable life insurance. Now, how exactly does life insurance work? Well, number one, you would choose a life insurance policy that fits your needs. And this is why you would work with a life insurance agent because they can help you determine exactly what it is that you and your family are looking for and help provide you with something that's going to fit your needs. Number two, you would pay the regular premiums to keep the policy active and in force. So those payments rather, can be paid monthly, but they can also be paid quarterly, semi-annually, or annually if you prefer to pay in those increments. Some of the policies, as we mentioned, the whole life or universal, they can provide cash value, which may grow over time. And then your beneficiaries receive a payout at the time of death. So life insurance works by you paying your regular payments called premiums to an insurance company in exchange for a guaranteed payout, which is also known as the death benefit to your chosen beneficiaries when you pass away. Essentially, it's a contract where you pay money while you're alive to ensure your loved ones receive a sum of money upon your death to help cover financial burdens that are left behind. We also have some policies that have living benefits, and we could talk about that one on one should you be interested in those types of policies. But just take some key points. The premiums, again, a definition there is the regular payments you make to the insurance company to maintain your policy. The death benefit, this is the lump sum of money paid out to your beneficiaries upon death. And then beneficiaries are the people or entities that you designate to receive the death benefit. And just as an example of an entity, some people leave, some of their funds to maybe their alma mater or charity that they like. So those are just a couple of examples of an entity. Here are some factors that you want to consider when you're choosing a policy. You want to look at what your budget is, what your coverage needs are, and policy types. So it's important to look at several factors when deciding upon your life insurance and what's going to be best for you and your family. But in addition to the budget, coverage needs, and policy types, you'll also want to discuss long-term financial and wealth building strategies. So the budget, of course, is to determine how much financial support your family would require for expenses, debts, and future goals. And here I also want to note that sometimes you will have more than one life insurance policy. People have many, in some cases, they may have a policy that's just for final expenses, and that's to pay for their funeral and any other expenses at that time. But they also may have a policy where they might want to leave their spouse or their children or grandchildren, for that matter, some money to help them with their life as they move forward. And then, of course, a lot of times people may have a policy on their job, and that's usually a group insurance policy. So you want to look at your budget. Other thing is coverage needs to ensure the premiums fit within your financial capacity without compromising any of your other priorities. Although life insurance should become a priority for you, because again, this is just a long-term strategy, and it's also designed to help you pass something on to your family for wealth building. And then policy type. You want to select a policy that aligns with your goals, whether they're short term protection or long term security. Now, one of the things I also want to do today is just dispel some of the common myths about life insurance. And we're going to just focus on two right now. Life insurance can be confusing. So, by separating the facts from the myths, you can make sure that you get the life insurance that's best for you and your loved ones. So, one of the primary myths about life insurance is that it's for older people. And that is just not true. Generally, the best time to purchase life insurance is when you're young. And why? It's because life insurance is typically less expensive for younger people who are in good health. So if you're a younger person, I would highly encourage you to go ahead and check into life insurance. But even if you're an older person and don't have life insurance, it's never too late. Typically, companies can cover you up to 85 years old and some even beyond that. There may be some restrictions with it, but if you don't have any life insurance and you're older, you still want to check into it. So the other one is life insurance is too expensive. Another myth. Most people tend to overestimate the cost of life insurance, and it's typically because they haven't spoken with the life insurance agent to kind of get a quote based on their own individual situation. But they're usually overestimating at about three times what it's going to cost. The good news is there are a variety of different types of life insurance available, so you can pick the one that's going to best fit your budget. The other thing I want to note here is that there are a variety of programs and products, life insurance products, that may require that you have excellent health, and some of them that may be able to cover you regardless of what your health is. And I think that's another common myth. People think if they've been sick or if they have some certain conditions or on certain medications, that they may not be able to get covered. That is a myth. There are many insurance companies out there that will cover you. So basically, that is the presentation, and I want you to take the first steps toward protecting your financial future. I want you to think about what matters most to you. Is it your children's education? Is it your family's home? Is it your spouse's ability to maintain their lifestyle? These are the questions that you want to ask yourself. But I want you to know that life insurance is the key to unlocking those guarantees. It's the ultimate expression of love and responsibility. So don't wait until it's too late. Don't leave your family's future to chance. You want to go ahead and take control today. I urge you to schedule a personal consultation with me. So here's how you can contact me. You can call me at 919-633-1711, or you can scan the QR code on the screen, because there you can go ahead and fill out some information, and I will get in contact with you so we can go ahead and move forward with next steps. I want to leave you with this. Let's discuss your specific needs and create a plan that fits your budget and protects what matters most to you. Don't just think about tomorrow. I want you to go ahead and secure it. So contact me today to get started. So again, I want to just thank you for visiting with me today. I hope I provided you with some information that's helpful. Again, I want to make sure that you get what you need. So feel free to call me. Feel free to scan the QR code. And also just want to let you know that I operate in various states. I'm actually in the state of North Carolina, but I can serve those people in North Carolina, South Carolina, Ohio, Virginia, and Washington. So again, thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a wonderful day.